All right, welcome into Study Ball, and today we're going to look at one of the front runners for the MVP position, and that is Lamar Jackson. He has been a big playmaker all year long, whether with his arm or with his legs. And the scariest part for the rest of the NFL is I believe he can get better. There are some little things that I think are holding him back from being, I don't even know what the right word is, because he's so good and so talented right now. As he continues to get more comfortable with pre-snap reads and understanding what he's seeing before the snap. As he cleans up his technique a little bit. And I know I hear from people all the time with Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers and guys like Lamar Jackson. They're so talented that I hear people say, well, that's not how they play the game. They play more free and more loose. And I get that. And I understand exactly what they're saying. But I also want to see those guys make the layups. They're so talented. They can make every throw. They're smart enough to see the field that if we can just clean up the technique and allow the technique to lead them at times, I think their game even gets better. I just hate to see guys miss things because of lack of technique, because I think it's one of those things you can work on and you can get better at, even if you don't play the game that way. If you build certain habits from a technique standpoint, those things will always carry you and they will help you to make the layup. So let me take you into what Lamar did last week and some of the situations that he is surrounded with, because I think sometimes the system could help him out a little bit better to help take his game to the next level. And again, this is crazy talk because this is an MVP and a guy that's playing statistically like an MVP now, but there is room for improvement. Let's take a look at the tape. All right, so here we go. First play of the game. So we're going to run mirrored concepts right here. We're going to motion out, and we're going to run a little hook, flat, hook, flat, and then over the ball. All right, so what we're looking here as a quarterback is we're looking at these corners out here. When the corners are off, we should be starting out here, reading the outside linebacker inside out on him. If they happen to be rolled up, then we would work back to the inside. So just first play of the game right here. Okay, so Lamar, and again, never know how these guys are taught this and what they're taught to do, but I would like to see Lamar read out here off of these guys, and you see it right here. Easy completion out there to the flat, corner being off. We got a great isolation right there. Ends up turning into, he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but almost a sack right there on what should be an easy completion on the first play. Now, what I love is when quarterbacks make a mistake, and then you come back, and this is actually the second play of the game. So second play of the game, we're going to run the same thing over to this side. We got the same look. Good job here, right? Recognizing what he's seeing, reading that guy. He gets stuck inside. Boom. Get it out to your flat. Nicely done, right? Learn from your mistakes. Don't do it right one time. Don't let it happen again. All right, so this is a play that we call bullets. Okay, so we're coming in here, and really what we're trying to do is we're trying to get a rub on this guy for this back right here. And so this back has a kind of a combination of things. He's running a swing route, so he could catch the ball right here, very quickly, or he could catch the ball down the field on what we would call more of a rail or a wheel, depending on what this defender that I have circled does. If this defender comes attacking the line of scrimmage, we look to throw it down the field. If this defender goes high and over the top, we look to hit this quickly right here. So let's watch this. Again, one of those things that we see man-to-man out here. So we feel pretty good about this, man-to-man. So now we're going to come in here, and it all depends on what this guy's doing. We feel like he can't be right. See, there's nobody else back here. So if he wants to attack the line of scrimmage, we're going to get the second level throw, and vice versa if he goes high. So just watch that defender right there. Slow motion, right? See what he does? He goes up and over this guy right here. Boom, ball out right here. So a lot of this is just initial recognition, knowing I got press here. I'm not worried about this corner. This corner is going to run man. So as I come off, I just want to see if this guy goes high or this guy goes low. Want to be ready to take that first shot right there. Get the ball out. Again, missed opportunity right there, but Lamar, as Lamar can do, creates opportunities with his feet, but just an area where he can continue to grow. That's the scary part. So good, so talented, such a big playmaker, does so many things well. He gets better in this area. Man, look out, league. Okay, love this right here. So they're coming off the play action, trying to hit the skinny post right here, and you're going to see good coverage right there to that side. No panic by Lamar. Going to work back to his number 2. These are the things that I love to see. That, man, your first thing's not open. You don't have to take off and run. Work through your progressions. Like the technique here. Good balance with his feet. He's not up on his toes. Good balance. His feet, you see, are separated. His feet aren't coming together, which has been an issue in the past. Boom. Balance. Come out. Throw it. Nice, accurate throw. Well done right there. All right, so really good disguise here by New England, but they're going to come down and go blitz 0. Okay, so this is a thing that has caused some issues for Lamar in the past. Did a great job against Miami of making them pay when they went blitz 0. So we're going to go here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 guys here. So all those guys are going to come. As an offense, we only have 5 guys blocking, so I've got to throw the ball hot. Okay, they do a great job. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. So end man on the line of scrimmage is hot, exactly how we want to do it. Okay, now I just want you to watch the technique here. Okay, so good job by Lamar recognizing his throw. Now I just like to see him with his feet be able to settle his body a little bit more and be able to make more accurate throws on these. So sometimes he has a tendency to get away from his feet, and you'll see he's falling backwards the entire time. Doesn't slow his body and just kind of flips it out there with his arm, which he's got the capabilities of doing, but it leads oftentimes to errant throws. Great catch there by Mark Andrews, but just cleaning up the technique a little bit is going to make him so much better. Back again, we recognize it. We recognize the blitz. I buy myself some time away from the blitzer. I know where my hot guy is. All that stuff is great. Now we just want to be able to make accurate throws, slow the body a little bit, and make the throw. Nice catch there, and we're moving, but love the recognition right there, and we've seen it the last couple weeks. Okay, there's times that I say to myself that the scheme can help him out a little bit. Okay, so he's coming back and he's looking at this route right here. You're going to see this guy come out underneath it, and then they check and take the back into that same area so this guy can cover both of them. I'd like to see if you're going to run this kind of route here where we know this is the only guy that can take it away, replace that guy with your check down. So if that guy goes there, boom, we're going to drop it right down here. Then they're going to have Mark Andrews coming over here running this deep over route, okay? So that part can be good. So if we're looking at the stop on the outside, okay, we're looking at the stop, this guy takes it away. Now we can go to this guy. If there's another backer over here that squeezes to that check down, now we've got the over the top of it. Okay, you're going to see the same thing here. We've got a curl route coming here, and then we've got the back right underneath it. So it makes it easy for one guy to be able to take away both of these throws. On the backside, right, this guy's staying wide here, so we'd like to check down inside. This guy's curling back to the inside. We'd like to see the back go to the flat to pull that defender out. And then this is that throw over the top. But they really force the issue here because they're allowing 2 guys to cover 4 guys. And now the only throw is this one right here. Now maybe there's a shot to jam that in there right there. But it's just tough. And I think the scheme at times hurts Lamar Jackson as well. Now he's got to run around. And this leads to a sack in the game. Okay, interception right here. So, again, not a huge fan of how they run this. I'd like to see this kind of like a double post, but maybe we're calling this double overs, okay? And then this guy running the post here. So what we normally like to do is we like to come out and read this safety. Safety jumps inside. We like to look to the outside, and then we recover to the over. Okay, if the safety stays wide, depending on what happens back here, we could read the inside post to the over. All right, so you're going to see right here, one thing I don't like is I always would like, when you're setting this up, I always like this guy to go over the top, and then the over, which becomes a primary part of this concept because you've got your high-low concept over here and you're clearing out for him. We'd like him to come underneath. So if this guy is running man, we create a high rub here. Okay, so see the guy covering a man? We'd like this guy to get through there, and then we come underneath it so we get that separation up over the top. Now, one thing that we've got to be able to do from a quarterback standpoint is you see Lamar's eyes over here. Now, he should be over here initially just to see what that guy does and see the possibilities of this inside post. But once that guy gets depth like that, I'd like to see his eyes get back over here and then over to here, just to make sure that this guy's cleared out. Anytime we're throwing a crosser, we always want our eyes out in front of the crosser. We want to see what's in front of the crosser. So right here, he's looking at these two guys, I think, trying to figure out if he's got a shot to the backside. But the problem by looking over there is you don't see what's happening front side. He's trying to throw this over, which usually we throw the over out here by the number so we can truly verify what's out in front of it. Trying to anticipate that, and the corner on the backside is sitting there to fall off. So I think the scheme could help him get up and over, settle through here, come flatter, cover this. So we peek at that safety first, then we work down to this side and read that high-low over there. And I think we're good on this play. Probably don't throw that interception right there. Here's another thing that I wonder, and this is the kind of things that I'm talking about with the scheme, okay? So we've got this over coming here, and then we've got this check down here. Normally this check down is going to be in the flat, so we can run a high-low right here. For some reason, we're running this check down up here while this over's coming there, and it just clouds everything up. And I see this all the time in this offense, and I think they have a lot of freedom to be able to get open because Lamar's really good at finding guys. Mark Andrews has a great feel for the game, but we've got to make sure in the structure of the offense, right? You see that, right? So we're running down here, and this guy's running back here as this over's coming here. We don't want that guy to cloud up our read for our quarterback. So we really got to be definitive at times with certain concepts to make sure that we're not running into problems by adjusting or the freedom within our routes. Okay, here we go again. Blitz zero, another great recognition. Like to see the offensive line do a little better job. We don't want to leave B gaps free. We want to leave the end man on the line of scrimmage as we saw the first time. But another good job by Lamar recognizing the blitz zero, and he's going to have Mark Andrews on just a go route. We always want to attack the middle, when we've got blitz zero because there's zero safeties back there to help. So we like to attack the middle. So he does a great job with all that here. Again, like to see the technique just cleaned up just a touch. And again, it's hard. You got a guy chasing you down, but being able to slow your body just enough so you get the power moving forward instead of falling back. Because this is what they want to force you to do, is they want to force you, get pressure on you, and force you to throw it while you're falling back so you can't get enough on the football, and they get a turnover. And there's a great chance for that here, although Lamar's got enough arm, gets it up, puts it up for his big guy who goes and makes a great catch. So everything, again, recognition is great. Understanding of where you want to attack is great. Clean up the technique just a little bit. Engage your body a little bit more instead of relying all on your arm. And again, it's going to be scary when he puts it all together. But great job. They're able to make it work, get a touchdown right there because of the recognition and the right kind of throw, giving his guy a chance. All right, so here we go with the technique again. We're running what we call POCO concept, which is a post, a corner, and a flat. Say, read comes off of this guy. Everything, again, is right here. Okay, the read, everything's right. Just, again, technique. Kind of flailing and falling away, and he ends up missing a throw that he is normally going to make. I'm going to go to the end zone copy, and you see just kind of see how normally when we throw, we want to go from back foot to front foot. Our weight there, and we're balanced up. As Lamar goes to throw this, you'll see the back part of his body fall in this direction, okay? So it's a lack of balance right here as his body falls that direction, and now he's working against himself, and it becomes all arm on the throw. And we know he can make lots of throws with his arm. But we clean up this technique, right? Clean up this technique, and these kinds of throws are going to be money throws because he's so talented, right? Great read. Does everything right here except the technique, and now we miss a big opportunity just because the technique is a little bit too loose. I love this one right here. I have no idea how he gets to this, okay? So they're going to run a similar concept here with a go. Going to get the back out in the flat. They've got a shallow route coming this way and then a deep over. So everything about this play says we're reading it over to this side. We're overloading the defense and we're reading it over to this side. And then on the back side, we've got a one-on-one in right here. So he peeks over to his right, and he gets all this movement and sees all of this man over here. And not that he's not going to get one of these guys, but what an unbelievable job of seeing that the defense is all moving that direction, comes back here and finds this guy right here on the end for a huge, this is awesome. Awesome read right here when everything says we're going out the front side, to recognize that the whole defense is working that way, to work back to your last guy and hit for a big chunk play. Really, really well done by Lamar Jackson. So I love looking at the eyes of the quarterback. The eyes tell the story. You get the motion. You got this. Okay, he's going to peek to the right. He's going to see what's happening. Comes back, recognizes here, right? So he works back in here, sees the defense there. Then he's coming all the way back to his next guy and making the throw. And again, just watch the technique a little bit. See how he kind of falls again to his right. And again, makes a beautiful throw because he's a talented guy and can make lots of throws. Just want to clean up the technique because no matter how talented you are, technique can make a huge difference. Go watch Josh Allen on the last play in the goal line against Miami, and you'll see technique cost him in that situation. Really talented. A throw that he makes a million times, technique cost him. I see it cost Lamar a few times too. They make up for it with their unbelievable big plays, but imagine if they can put it all together, right? Because these are the kind of things that, again, you just can't teach this stuff. So they've got a concept here, flat. We're going to go shallow, shallow, and then cross. So what we like to do on this one is we like to peek the flat first. If it's not there, we like to come back to the backside and read this high-low off the backside. So you'll see Lamar do that. He peeks out the front side, doesn't have it, comes back. Watch his eyes. Watch his eyes and his body. Love it. Get your feet and eyes ahead of the throw. Right there, he's looking at this guy. He sees that guy on the backside. So now he comes back in here to his tight end, and he knows that that guy's sitting outside. So watch the placement of the football. Boom. Right back on the inside shoulder, away from the defender. Phenomenal. This is the kind of stuff that, again, you can't teach. You recognize, eyes, boom, eyes in front of it, see it, put it on the back shoulder. Look at that. It's just beautiful. Protect your guy, keep the ball away from harm, and throw yourself another touchdown. Here we go. We know the Patriots love to play man down here. Recognize the man coverage. Okay, we recognize this is where the safety's at, so he's kind of hanging to the inside here, so we got to keep the ball away from him. So where's our throw to the outside? Good man-to-man throw right here. Find it, see the guy inside, throw my corner route over there, high and away. Good recognition once again on the man. Boom, get it out. Get yourself another touchdown. All right, so here's one right here where coming out, and again, I'm not really sure right here. So he's reading it, same idea here, go, corner, flat. So we're coming out, making sure that this corner carries on the go, and then looking at this corner right here. So he looks at it and he pumps it real quick. I'm not sure what gets him away from this particular throw right here. Got that wide open. usually takes that throw, for some reason pulls it down right there and leads to a late throwaway. So again, opportunities that are out there. He makes a lot of them, right? Makes a lot of them, but some opportunities out there that are being missed right now. And like I said, can't wait until he puts it all together. So hopefully you see what I'm talking about, is that with all the unbelievable things that Lamar does, there's still so much left out on the field that they could do even better. And so he's grown. He's a young guy. I don't expect any of these young guys to be a finished product. But when I look at Lamar, I just know what he's capable of. I know what he can do. And cleaning up a few things, I believe, takes him to another stratosphere. He's already probably the most talented quarterback we've ever seen in our game. Add these extra little pieces to it, and man, I can't wait to watch over the next decade.